Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss some probable questions for Constitutional Law 1. Now Constitutional Law 1 is included in first semester for 3 years LLB course, and for 5 years LLB course it's included in third semester for KSLU syllabus. Syllabus is completely same whether you are pursuing 3 years or 5 years course. So this is how the syllabus looks like. There are 5 units all total, and there are articles included up to Article 51A. Yes, there are few articles which are not added in your syllabus, like Part 1. Those articles are not added, but yes, citizenship, fundamental rights, directive principles, fundamental duties, all these are part of your syllabus. Now, many of you were asking me for important questions. As such, if you are having time, you should not only be focusing on important questions, but rather you should try to cover the entire syllabus so that in exam hall, you know answers for 10 questions, because you would need to answer 10 questions. So you at least have 10 questions and you know the answers very good. In today's video, I'm not going to share the important questions, but I will provide you a detailed list of the type of questions that you can expect. If you prepare based on that list, if you read those answers, then you need not worry about your exams at all. You can answer all the questions properly. So that is going to be a detailed list. And if you have time to prepare for your exams, prepare well and study from that list. Otherwise, if you are having lesser time and you have a lot more to read, you can also consider my notes, which are based on the syllabus. Unit-wise, all the topics are covered in the notes as well. For details relating to notes, you can WhatsApp me. But in today's video, we are going to see what all are the probable questions that you can prepare if you are at all preparing yourself. Let's look at the questions now. Hey, before we continue, I wanted to inform you about my live mentorship program for LLB students or law aspirants. Law subjects and law topics need detailed clarity. We get that with the help of cases, examples, and detailed explanation. It's definitely not possible to include everything in these short videos. If you find my videos easy to understand and you are looking for some professional help in preparing for your examination, you can join my live mentorship program. Here you will be getting exam tips, answer writing skills, detailed notes that you can refer for your examination, cases, examples, and in a very easy way topics will be explained. I have live classes going on for a lot of subjects as of now. To know more about it, you can drop me a message on this WhatsApp number. I'm also helping a lot of students in writing their assignments. If you need any such help or for any queries, any suggestions, you can drop me a message on this WhatsApp number. And now let's continue with our video. So these are the questions segregated unit-wise. From first unit, these are some questions that you can prepare, and I am quite sure if you prepare all these answers, you need not worry about your exams at all. So let's see what are the questions we have. From Unit 1, we have explained the salient features of Indian Constitution. It's a very important question, by the way. It's been repeated a lot many times in previous year question paper as well. And all these questions that I'm sharing here, these are from previous year question papers only. So it's not that these are some random questions. These are all important ones. Some might be a little bit repetitive, but everything is important. This is a very important one. We see salient features of Indian Constitution. Next, what is meant by citizenship? Explain the mode of acquisition and termination of citizenship. Write the provisions relating to citizenship of the commencement of the Constitution. At the starting, when Constitution commenced, at that point in time, what were the provisions relating to citizenship that were added in Constitution of India? Part 2. Discuss, it should be the, okay, discuss the special characteristic features of Constitution of India. Now, if you see question number 4 and 1, they are similar. So there might be repetitions here and there as well. Explain the objectives enshrined in preamble. Discuss the values enshrined in preamble of Constitution of India. First part of this question and question number 5 are a little bit similar, but it is having another part to it. Is the preamble a part of Constitution or not? There are 2 landmark cases relating to this as well, wherein it was discussed whether preamble is a part of Constitution of India or not. Define Constitution. What are the different types of Constitution? This answer is also added in my notes. Different types of Constitution, definition of Constitution. Discuss the legal position and significance of preamble of the Constitution of India with decided cases. This is a bit similar with second part of this question, which is preamble a part of Constitution or not? The Constitution is federal in feature but unitary in character. Decide. The state is neither federal nor unitary, it's a quasi-federal. Comment. This is one part from unit 1, and we have one more part which is more like a short note type question, but you can still prepare it for 10 mark as well. Write a short note on constitutionalism. Can the preamble be amended? Again, similar to the previous 2 questions we saw. Note on preamble, different types of constitutions. Again, we have already seen it. Can a company or corporate be a citizen? These answers are included in my notes. Not all of these, but yes, I'm slowly trying to include all these answers in my notes. As of now, there are few, and I am adding these answers each and every day. Then we have one situation-based question. Then we have a question or a short note on citizenship. Write a short note on termination of citizenship. This again is similar to the previous one we saw. Then again we have another one based on a situation. And these are all from unit 1. That would cover your entire syllabus, all the topics that is given in your syllabus. Next is unit 2, where we have articles 12, 13 and 14. Just 3 articles are there. All the 3 articles are very important. But within these articles, different concepts are also added that you will see in the questions. First of all, define the term state. Explain with the help of judicial decisions need for widening the definition of state. Very important question. With cases you need to study it. Article 14 permits reasonable classification but prohibits class legislation. Explain the test and grounds of classification with the help of decided cases. Define the term law under Article 13 of Constitution. Discuss as to whether an amendment is a law with decided cases. Article 14 is the basic structure of Constitution. Refer decided cases. Examine the scope of other authorities under Article 12 of Constitution. This is similar to question number 1. What do you mean by law? This is a bit similar to first part of this question. Define the term law under Article 14. Explain the validity of pre-constitutional and post-constitutional laws. Explain with the help of judicial interpretations the concept of equality as enshrined under Article 14 of Constitution of India. Examine the conditions to be fulfilled to make classifications. Analyze the definition of the term state as provided under Article 12. Does Article 14 permit classification? If so, refer to the basis on which it is permissible. Note on termination of citizenship. This is again coming from Unit 1, these 2 questions. Citizenship, citizen by domicile, these are from Unit 1. Define state as envisaged under Article 12 of Constitution. The state shall not deny any citizen equality before law and equal protection of law. Discuss by referring decided cases. Then we have every exercise of arbitrary power is negation of equality is considered to be a new doctrine of equality. In comparison with traditional judicial formula of classification, test of equality elucidate. Next, we have few more questions from Unit 2 itself. This is a situation-based question. Then we have doctrine of severability, doctrine of eclipse. All these videos are uploaded on the channel. You can check them as well. Then we again have two situation-based questions, not two, three situation-based questions, and this one as well. An act was enacted by government imposing tax on cinema houses with large sitting accommodation and situated in busy and rich localities, then on small cinema houses in poor localities. Is it a valid law? The state made a rule for teachers to take its prior permission before engaging in political activities. This restriction imposed by state was challenged by the association to teachers as violative of their fundamental rights. The side. The passport authority has refused to issue passport to Mr. X, a citizen of India, to go abroad. Can the authorities be compelled to issue the passport? Then again, we have a situation-based question and then right to privacy. One thing is there, if you are reading all the topics properly, all these questions properly, it might happen that you already know all the answers. You can even completely skip the situation-based questions because most of the students find it difficult to answer these questions. So if you are reading the topics really well, then you should be able to answer all the questions even though you are not touching any of the situation-based questions. So those were all we have from Unit 2, and now let's move to Unit 3, which covers Articles 15 to 19. Discuss the provisions of Article 16 of Constitution relating to opportunity for all citizens in matters of employment and appointment under the Act. Explain the different dimension of freedom of speech and expression with the help of decided cases. Explain right to freedom of profession, occupation, trade, or business under Article 19(1)(g). Narrate the safeguards available to accused person under Article 20 of the Constitution of India. Just now I was preparing answer for this question, by the way. Article 20. Safeguards available to accused person. More specifically, I was preparing answer for double jeopardy. Next one we have is Article 15, Clause 4, permits special provisions for the advancement of socially and educationally backward classes of citizens. Discuss the validity of the statement with reference to decided cases. Discuss the right to freedom of speech and expression with the help of decided cases. Explain the special provisions of social justice in order to protect women, children, and backward classes under Article 15 of Indian Constitution. All citizens have the right to practice any profession or carry on any occupation, trade, or business subject to reasonable restrictions. Comment. How far the ruling of Indra Sani's case in respect of reservation and promotion is curtailed by 77th Amendment. Discuss Article 19, Clause 1, Clause G, Article 19, Clause 6 with the help of decided cases. Discuss the nature and scope of freedom of speech and expression under Constitution of India with decided cases. Briefly describe the fundamental freedoms guaranteed to citizens under Article 19 of Constitution. Explain the nature and scope of freedom of speech and expression with special reference to silence, press, media, or advertisement and information. We have few more questions from the same unit. This is based on a situation. Then we have constitutional provisions of untouchability. One more situation-based questions. Then we have, can citizen refuse to sing national anthem? Can he be compelled to sing? We also have the very famous national anthem case that you can refer here. Then one more situation-based question, another one, and another one. After that, we have a short note on untouchability. One more situation-based question. A non-resident of Karnataka complains he has to pay a greater a greater capitation fee for admission to medical college in Karnataka. Is this complaint justified? Again, all these are situation-based questions we have. It would take a very long time to read all these situations. So let's move to Unit 4, which is having all these articles. No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. Article 21. Explain the statement with reference to various facets of life and liberty. What all things are protected by way of different judicial interpretations, how Article 21 was extended, its scope was extended, that we need to write here. Explain the constitutional safeguards available to an accused person under Indian Constitution. Discuss the right to life and personal liberty with decided cases. Right to practice, profess and propagate religion does not mean right to convert others to one's religion. No one shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. Comment. Examine the scope of right to freedom of religion under Constitution of India. Right to religion enshrined in Constitution. What are the safeguards provided to accused person under Article 20? With the help of decided cases, discuss scope of Article 21, life and personal liberty. Explain constitutional protection available against arbitrary arrest and detention under Article 21, 22 of Constitution. With reference to decided cases, explain scope of fundamental right to freedom of religion under Indian Constitution and the restrictions on this right. The expression life and personal liberty under Article 21 of Indian Constitution are the widest amplitude and cover infinite volume of rights. Elucidate. Examine the freedom of religion guaranteed under Indian Constitution. Right to life and liberty of a person can be restricted as per procedure established by law. Discuss with decided cases. Explain the safeguards available against arbitrary arrest and detention as per Article 22 of Constitution. We have few more questions. Write a short note on preventive detention laws. It should be preventive detention laws. Then we have some situation-based questions. After that, we have write a short note on right to education, national anthem case. One more situation-based question, whether right to die is a fundamental right. Again, situation-based questions over here. And then double jeopardy. I was preparing this question right before I recorded this video. And last one, we have Unit 5. All these provisions we are having. Right to property prior to 1978. This one I just uploaded a video. The present position, directive principles, and fundamental duties all are included here. So let's see the questions. Explain the various types of writ contemplated under Constitution of India. This also I have answered in my notes. Critically explain the controversy between fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy. Explain freedom of religion and the restrictions on it. Discuss interrelationship between fundamental rights and DPSP. Explain the concept of DPSP and its salient features. Significance of DPSP. Nature and scope of rights of minorities to establish and administer educational institution. Judicial review power of High Court and Supreme Court. Discuss cultural and educational rights of minorities under Indian Constitution. Importance of DPSP. Discuss the rights of minorities to establish and manage educational institution. This one is similar with this one. What are the constitutional remedies for violation of fundamental rights? Again, writ jurisdiction. Role of DPSP. Discuss rights of minorities under Article 29 and 30. Discuss right of minorities to establish and manage educational institution. DPSP is not only fundamental in governance of the country, but also a character of social reformation. Examine the constitutional remedies for enforcement of fundamental rights under Constitution of India. Trace the emerging regime of new rights and remedies as a result of reading directive principles and of state policy into fundamental rights. Write a short note on right to property prior to 1978 and present. This video I just uploaded on YouTube. Few minutes back, you can check this out on Constitution 1 playlist. Then we have a situation-based question, then locus standi and writ of certiorari, fundamental duties, habeas corpus, situation-based question, short note on fundamental duties, PIL, situation-based question, Article 32 of Constitution, Uniform Civil Code. This also I was preparing before recording this video. Writ of mandamus. So all these are questions from previous year question papers. If you read all these questions, like even if you are skipping the situation based questions, then also you should be able to answer all your questions properly, because it includes each and every topic that is given in your syllabus. So that's all for today's video, and all the best for your exams. Do well, and until next time, bye bye.